Hey everyone, Dave from Retired with Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. We talk about all different kinds of things side hustle on my channel. And lately, here we've been talking about YouTube and we've been talking about eBay. And I get all different kinds of questions concerning both. But on eBay, I hear from different people about I don't have the space to store things, maybe only reselling small items, which you can do. And sometimes people will ask me about BOLO lists and how to make BOLO lists and so on. And there'll be a whole video just specifically on BOLO lists, and I've done some already. But anyway, um, reselling on eBay it's enjoyable, and as a retirement side hustle it's almost a perfect side hustle for retirees. Now sometimes you can make a mistake in your buying. Now I talk to you all the time about sell-through rate, and the better you get at sourcing and watching for those sell-through rates, especially when you can find BOLO items, you can make a lot of money really quick. And if you've seen some of my videos, clear up 80 times my money. And you can do that too. It's not a difficult thing, but do understand that sometimes you're going to make a mistake. You're going to make a bad buy, and you're going to put it out there. You thought it would sell, and it's just not moving. So, what do? When those things start piling up on you? Your listings are piling up, and you're getting frustrated because nothing's moving. There's a term in reselling. Some people call it a death pile. I don't. I call it a debt pile, where your pile of things gets larger and larger, and you start stressing over it. You're not getting them listed, um, or there are things that you've listed, and for some reason you've taken down off of the platform or whatever. But do understand that, I mean, you're human. Sometimes you're going to think an item will sell without really checking it out closely, and it's not selling. Um, or, or this happens, the market changes. What used to be a hot item is no longer a hot item, and you bought right while it was a BOLO, while it was really hot. But what you did, typically, not always, but typically, is you put it out at the higher end of the market. They're selling very nicely for $20, and they're blowing out at 15, and you tried to get 22 or $24 for it, and the market changed. Well, the market does change, and things that were trending are no longer trending. Clothing. I don't usually buy clothing. I do sometimes, but not very often. But I'm going to give you an example. I have a couple of different items here. For instance, this Nike shirt, when I bought this Nike shirt, they were selling. I don't recall the value now at the time, but it was in the area of $20 or so. But here's another one. A lot of people are going to recognize this, and that's Harley Davidson t-shirts. And some Harley shirts are still valuable, but for a while, anything that was Harley was selling. I mean, you could sell anything that said Harley on it. But now the market's changed. Now, where this could have been a $30, $40 shirt is now a $10 shirt. So what do you do? What do you do when that happens? Well, there's several different things you can do. Um, One of those things is bundling things together. And I'm going to use clothing for an example. If I have some t-shirts that have piled up and they're not moving now, I can bundle, three or four larges together for one price. Now, will I get the price that I was hoping for when I bought them? No, you're not going to. But by bundling them, you still get a fair dollar amount. So, in other words, I have three or four t-shirts that were bolos. I bought them at whatever, $3 a piece. They were worth $30 a piece. So I was looking at three of them, $90. Well, I'm not going to get $90. I'm going to bundle them together, and then I'm going to put them out there for $10 each. So all three of them are $30. Now, understand, I paid $2 a piece for them. I paid $6. So I'm still turning $6 into $30. So I'm still making money doing it. It's just not the kind of money that I was hoping for when I bought them because the market turned. So I hope you understand the point that by bundling things together, and it doesn't have to be clothing, all larges. It could be, tools or whatever the item. If I have four different tools that I was hoping to get $20 a piece, bundle all four into one package deal and set a lower price, mainly, mainly to empty your shelves, to move those things out of your inventory, getting the money back so you can reinvest it into things that are moving. So just understand you're still making money at it. It's not the kind of money you were hoping, but it keeps your inventory lean and mean. So you can just keep reinvesting the money into something that will move. Now, I'm going to jump down on my computer here and I'm going to show you another option that you can do. Okay, before I jump down here on the computer, let's talk about these next steps. Now, when we want to move some things, we're not desperate, but we want to reduce the size of our debt pile, and we're going to bundle some things together. That's one strategy that we can use. But let's say that we want to be aggressive. We want to move these things. We want to get them out of here because the next step after this is donate. So, what would our next step be? Well, we're going to revert back to what eBay was based on, and that's auctions. So, what I'm going to do when I show you here on my laptop, we are going to actually convert our listings over to an auction. And the duration of that auction is going to be 7 days. So, here's the whole premise. We want to be sure that we get the money back that we have invested in it, but we want to move these things. We want them out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert our normal buy it now listings over to an auction. We're going to make that duration 7 days, and we're going to be very aggressive on the pricing. So we're going to get our price back, but then we're going to let the auction go to wherever it goes. So for instance, now let's say we have $5 in something and it's a $50 item because, as you know, I try to get 10 times my money. When I put this up, I've got a couple of choices. I can start my auction like double my money instead of $5 started at 10. You always have the risk when you do that of no one buying your auction. So what happens? Well, when you put up an auction listing, eBay's going to charge you, and I don't remember, it's not much, 50 cents or whatever for an auction listing. Which that's no, that's not bad, but you need to make that determination. Do you really want to make sure this is out of here? Well, what you can do in that case, start your auction with how much money you have in it. So if I know it's going to be a 40 or $50 item, I might start it for $5 to get my money back and just let the auction ride and hopefully it'll be more. A lot of people won't even do that. They want to be sure it's gone. So what they will do is they'll start the auction at 99 cents. So are they going to lose money? On some items, yes. But on some items, they're going to make money on an auction that they weren't even expecting to make. So you have to kind of price average these things out. For instance, if I put up 10 auctions they're all at 99 cents, and 5 of them only sell for 99 cents, but the other ones sell for 10, 20, 30, $40. So when you price average across all of them, you still made money. So you can be aggressive. Understand you're trying to reduce your debt pile. You're trying to reduce your inventory, but you'll be surprised how many times you'll still make money when you're running auctions. So you have to determine how aggressive you want to be to reduce your debt pile. Some people are just going to want to get rid of it, move it, and take their money and invest and keep moving. That's what I like to do. I don't like to mess with it. I like to move it out. In fact, if I've got something that I don't even want to take my time even listing because it's not already up, and I'm not just converting it to an auction, I will donate it just to move it out. Understand you will make some bad decisions and understand sometimes the market's going to change, but that's part of the eBay experience. And there's going to be other times where you're going to make a lot of money on items that you had no idea that you would make money on. So anyway, so a couple of different things. Like I said, now we're going to list our items as buy it now to begin with. And the other thing too, I want to make sure, absolutely sure you're getting this. I've mentioned it in several different videos. You have to make sure your shipping preferences are right. What I mean by that, and I'm going to explain it again because a lot of people are not catching it, is you want to make sure that you are receiving eBay's shipping discount and the buyer does not get that discount. The buyer's paying retail price. So what that's going to do, that means every time you ship, eBay's calculating the shipping to that buyer's location, then they're giving you a discount. You're going to make money on every item that you ship with eBay calculated shipping because you're getting the discount that the seller's not. So make sure that it's toggled correctly. And even though I'm selling these things off at my cost on an auction on some of the items they may not bid up, I'm still going to make a couple dollars on the shipping. So anyway, I'm going to jump down here and I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm down here on my active listings and I'm just going to shoot down here and I already had an idea of one that I wanted to use, although it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what, let's just use this one right here. Um, this will give you an idea that I sell all different kinds of things. This is an American valve, 3/4 inch stainless steel repair clamp for leaking pipes. It's right here. It's a package of 4. And you can see right here, my custom SKU right here. A13, I know what bin it's in. It's an A13. YS means it came from a yard sale, and I paid $2. So I paid 50 cents a piece for these, and I already bundled them together to the bundle. So I have them listed at 25.80. So all I need to do, it's real simple. These have been up for a while. So what I want to do is I'm going to go over here where it says edit, and I'm going to click the down arrow. And then I'm going to change it right here. 4th item down right here. Change to auction. So here it is. Here's the item. And I go over here and 7 days. Duration is 7 days. I have only one of them I want to sell. Now, if I need immediate payment listed, let me explain. When you sell at an auction, you can't demand immediate payment. It's one of eBay's policies. So if you put a buy it now price on and somebody goes there and they see that they can go ahead and click buy it now and shut the auction off, then they have to pay immediately. But if they're going to let the auction run, you can't demand immediate payment. Um, So when the auction ends, they send out the bill to the buyer and then they'll pay it. But in order to, now back down here, in order to have immediate payment, I have to put a buy it now price in. Um, and I don't want to do that. I'm just going to have a starting bid and I can change this. You can see that field with the amount that I had on my buy it now price. So I would just change that down to, let's say $5. I'm going to start that at $5. That's all I have to do. Everything is fine. And I hit submit. And up comes this dialog box that shows it's going to cost a quarter for me to do that. And I'm going to cancel it right now because I don't want to put this one at auction. But if I hit submit, it's going to charge my account a quarter and it will submit it in as an auction. So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to discard and exit. Okay, but it's that easy, guys. You can just go in on any of your listings, click the edit, click change to auction, and convert it over to an auction. So on items that you want to make sure you blow out, drop them clear down really low, what you've got in it, or even lower. Start them at 99 cents and see where the auction goes. You may be surprised. Sometimes you're looking at worst case scenario. It sells for 99 cents, but that's worst case scenario. More than likely, you'll have a couple of different people see it and it's going to bid up to a little bit more money. You won't probably get what you were hoping to get out of it, but you'll still make money. And again, price averaging across a bunch of different listings, you'll be surprised that your median number is going to be pretty decent. So, there's a couple of different ways to reduce inventory when you really want to reduce your inventory. Bundle things together is one way. Put them up as an auction is another way. All else fails, donate, and you'll get a donation certificate to take it off of your taxes. But most of the time, that doesn't happen. Most of the time, if you're using Bolo lists, and I will put up some more videos about Bolos and how to create that list, one of the things that people ask me is, where do you find the Bolo lists? No, you don't find them, you make them. You make these Bolo lists. And Bolo lists can be made on anything. And we'll talk about that on another video. But the main thing with eBay is sell-through rate. I've said it before. If you have items that have a high sell-through rate, they're going to move. People ask me, do you pay for promoted listings? No, I don't promote any of my listings because I know I'm buying items that have a real high sell-through rate. When you do make that mistake on your inventory, you bought something, you're tired of looking at it, you want to move it, you don't want to taking up your storage space, whatever. Either bundle them together, throw them on an auction, and they'll be gone in 7 days. So, guys, if this kind of information is helpful to you, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on my next video.